Man is accused of killing several people at a home in Collin County. 37-year-old Michael Paon was booked into jail for capital murder of multiple persons. He's being held on a $1.5 million bond. Authorities responded to a shooting call last night at a home on Hickory Lane in Salina. By the time they arrived, the house was on fire. Once the flames were put out, 3 bodies were found inside. Paon was taken into custody, but no other details have been released.
The game is over. His secret is out, and he knows he's not going home tonight.
Please tell me it's not true.
Your daughter is deceased.
This case is a reminder. If your big plan is amnesia, you might want to forget that plan too.
Let me get the person that's going to swab your hands real quick, and then we'll do that and get those handcuffs off of you, okay?
Okay.
You need something?
I'll just sit here and wait.
Okay, you need something to drink or anything?
Please.
Water, okay?
Anything.
Was that quick enough for you, brother? You go by Mike or Michael?
Usually Mike.
Hmm?
Usually Mike.
Okay. Can you stand up for me? I'm going to get them handcuffs off of you, okay?
There we go. I'm hoping my green screen turns up, goes behind me to stop all this fading away.
They're not completely off. I'm going to let you sit back down and turn around, and then I'll take them off the front side, okay? This is who I was talking about, was going to take a swab of your hands, okay? You okay with her doing that?
Here, get some answers. What's happening?
Okay.
The quality of the audio is
We're going
really
to let her do
low on
this and
him.
get out of here, and then I'm all yours to answer any question you have, okay, buddy?
On February 19th, 2021, Michael Paon called 911 saying, "I just killed my whole family," and that there was a fire in the master bedroom.
Evil
When officers
beast.
got there, they found his wife, Tamara Jo Paon, and their 2 kids, Kendall,
Look at them
14,
gorgeous
and
children.
Evan, 13, all
What a
dead.
man.
They arrested Michael right away and brought him in for questioning.
He should
You got
get a
bruise
death
right here that's
sentence.
old?
Yeah, that's a couple days old.
Couple days old. Okay. Anything on the backside? No cuts or nothing like that? Do you mind if I lift your shirt up?
For it.
You got I can't tell if that's a scratch over here. You got a cat or something at the house?
3 dogs and
3 dogs and a cat? It looks like you got maybe a cat scratch over there on that side.
probably the puppy.
Puppy?
Now, how would you get scratched from the puppy on your
Can you
back?
just stand for a minute?
Yes, sir. Absolutely. Go ahead.
I was in that car for
You were sitting there for a long time. Give me just a second. Here's your cup of water, Mike.
Thank you.
Mike, I'm going to go ahead and introduce myself. I haven't met you before. My name's Josh Armstrong, okay?
I noticed with him saying, "Oh, I need to stand," I was in the car. He probably wasn't in the car very long. I know I can't sit too long being still. I got to keep on shuffling around. And, you know, but I have fibromyalgia, so I ache all over. But this guy, he won't have that probably. And he's just saying, "Oh, I need to stand. Can I stand and walk around a bit?" To me, he wants sympathy. And if I was in that room, I'd give him no sympathy whatsoever.
I don't know. Do you shake hands? And coronavirus is kind of.
I don't know. We stay at home. We both work remote.
Okay. What do you do for a living?
Work for Raytheon.
Huh?
Raytheon.
Raytheon, is that the oil or gas
No,
or?
defense?
Okay, yeah, that's right.
Detective, move your hat, please. Did you do that on purpose?
Mike, I told you my name's Josh Armstrong. This is Kyle Peck, okay? We're both with.
That's better.
You were in the back of that patrol car for a long time. Is
Oh.
your legs okay?
I'll
They
take
get
it back
unasleep?
then.
My right one's still trying, but I'm okay. I'm gonna stand up every day. So
You can, if you need to stand up, just tell me you need to stand up, okay? I'm gonna let you read this at the same time I read it, okay? It says you have the right to remain silent, not make any statement at all. Anything you say can and will be used against you at your trial. You have the right to terminate this interview at any time. Do you understand each of these rights, Mike?
I understand the rest of it. Yeah, I understand this.
Okay. Well, we can answer any questions you have here in just a minute, okay? And you said you do understand your rights?
He's
Okay,
not
and with your rights
stupid.
in mind,
He's
you want to
quite
speak with me now?
well educated, I should say,
What happened?
even though he acts like a total dick.
I don't know if I need a lawyer.
Of course, you need a lawyer,
That's a complete personal decision on yours, Mike. I
unless
just need
he's
to
going
make
to
sure
pay
that you
for
do
one.
understand your rights, and then if you want a lawyer, you can let me know and we can get you one. And obviously, I think you've got some questions that you were trying to ask me a minute ago.
Too, but I don't know how to be aggressive. I feel like I need somebody to help me with what's going on because I don't have any idea what's going on.
Well, to be perfectly honest with you, neither one of us have an idea of what's going on right now either, because we haven't spoke with you yet, if that makes sense.
It does.
So we really don't know. We don't know what's going on. I think our hope was that you would help us figure out what's going on as much as us help you figure out what's going on.
Tried, but I don't know what happened.
Are you sound really short of breath. Do you have asthma or medical condition or anything? Or are you just tired or
He's just putting
I'm
it on,
stressed
sir.
just really stressed?
I don't know what's happening.
I just want to clarify before
He's trying to make it that they can feel sorry for him, but they're not going to feel sorry for him whatsoever. But he's putting on a good act here, pretending he doesn't know what's going on. He should have just went for the divorce. It would have saved all of this and save him going to jail.
before I ask you any questions or you ask me any questions, you said you did understand your rights. You do want to speak with me, correct?
Here's a subtle tactic of reframing hesitation as cooperation. It's gentle manipulation, which is done through rhythm and reassurance.
Start, but I don't know if I start getting overwhelmed. I want somebody to.
You can stop the interview at any time. What was your question? You were trying to ask me some questions when we were coming up the stairway.
Take these off.
I don't know what's happening. I don't remember what happened. I remember working this afternoon.
What do you do for Raytheon?
Configurations. So basically, I make sure everything's right before it gets released. Drawings or documents or whatever.
I really don't know what Raytheon does. What is
Defense, missiles, aerospace.
So are you still employed? Is Raytheon is a private contractor? That's contracted through the government?
Contracts and stuff, yeah.
Okay.
Mainly government contracts.
What is it that you do for them?
The configuration stuff. I run a meeting every month with the Navy. I check all the drawings for my programs. Make sure everything's right. I make sure that the markings are correct so that we're protected government-wide, copyright and all that fun stuff.
Is it like classified type of stuff or?
No, I have my classified, or I've been cleared classified, but I don't work on a classified program currently.
Okay. Forgive me, I don't know much about.
No,
I wasn't in the much about.
I'm still learning.
How did you get in? Were you in the military? Is that how you got into that? Or
I got into it later after I got my degree.
is that something anybody can do? Or like, do you need some kind of, what's the degree in?
My degree is engineering physics.
Okay. So that's why that's the physics part of it, I guess.
Not necessarily for what I do right now, but I can use it for stuff I understand, electronics and schematics and stuff.
I don't understand any electronics or schematics. Were you in the military at all?
I was in the Marine Corps.
And how long were you there?
6 years.
6 years? Did you get deployed at all?
I got injured on prep for deployment, so I didn't go. I hurt my ankle.
Oh,
Bad,
boo
or-
boo.
Sprained it real bad, enough that it would have delayed me past shipping out, so I didn't deploy.
But you could have probably reapplied.
Marine Corps.
Communications tech.
Okay.
So I fixed the radio.
You got a pretty impressive background between the Marine Corps and then the Raytheon stuff.
Try.
Right now, it sounds like small talk. Just a guy chatting about his job, his routine, his life. A few questions about work. And before you know it, they're walking you straight into your own story.
I wish Michael
Well,
would
tell me a
speak
little
up
bit. I don't
louder.
know anything about you, Michael. I'm trying to piece together the puzzle. I think the same way you are. Tell me a little bit about yourself. Like, what do you like doing? What's your family like? And who, I mean.
My wife and I have been together since I was 19 and she was 18. I have 2 kids. She's a nurse. Her daughter's a swimmer. Pretty good.
Was.
Son's high functioning autistic, but he manages some days. Other days that or all doesn't help. I like music.
You collect vinyl? A lot of it?
I just started not too long ago. probably 2
Well, I
years
guess
ago.
it's all burnt
What
now
you
because you
got?
burnt your house down.
40, 50 albums.
Okay.
I'm not hardcore yet.
Well, the only reason I know about that is my father-in-law was a radio DJ for like 34, 40 years, a long time. And so he came to live. He needed a place to live when he moved. So he lived with us for a little bit. And he brought these wooden crates. I guess they're made specifically because they're the size of the vinyl records that fit in. He probably had like 30 of these wooden crates full of vinyl records that we had to move in and then move out. And you know how moving goes. But so he had a huge vinyl collection, but I think he's dwindled his down now.
I mean, I like music. I like hanging out with my kids. I've been binge watching a TV show lately. Just on that episode or 2.
What show
Binge
is it?
watching it. It's only on episode 1 or 2. I think he probably meant
You see
seasons.
I don't know that I've even heard of it.
So we've been watching that. Play video games every once in a while, but I'm not that into it. It's just something to occupy my time. Been getting back into working out recently. Trying to better myself.
You going to the gym or doing it at home?
Gym, but we're working on buying something for the house.
Like a home gym thing? You go in the garage? What, you said your son's high functioning autistic. How old is your son?
13.
13. When you say high function, there's so many different kinds of autism out there. What is his specific?
He's anxiety. He was kind of not antisocial, but busy social environments. He had a delayed learn. He didn't speak until he was like 4. And so usually, like I said, the Adderall tends to help with it. Some days it does and some days it doesn't. And he's very easily addicted to screens.
Addicted to what?
Screens like video games, his phone.
Most children
Stuff
are.
like that. He does taekwondo. He seems to enjoy that. That gives him some structure.
Focus.
Yeah. It gives him something like specific movements, and he's able to practice it. And
He's still talking about his wife and kids like they're alive, like they're waiting for him back home. That disconnect is guilt fighting to stay buried.
How old was your daughter?
It was.
How old is she? You said she does some swimming stuff.
Yeah, she is 14.
What does she do?
was
Swimming-wise?
14.
All the strokes.
Hmm.
Why did you say?
I'm just trying to learn who your family is. I don't know anything about them.
You said how old she was.
I don't know why I said that. I just trying to figure out about your family. Just really trying to figure about you and
She swims whatever events, and the meets are open, and you schedule whatever events that you want the kids to swim. It's not structured. I mean, sometimes the coaches will say, "I want you in this event."
like the different strokes and like Michael Phelps kind of stuff, like the butterfly and all that stuff.
Yeah, there's only 4 strokes.
Ticking clock is annoying.
Why do you think we're here today? I'm confused on why we are here.
The small talk ends here. Now they're going to be
Good.
talking about what really
Let's get
happened
into it.
inside that burning house.
You don't remember anything from today?
All I can think of is the other day, my wife was. We've been working lately. We've been struggling a little bit. I've been trying to work on it. I was going to counseling. I haven't been in a few weeks. But I've been going to counseling, and I'm struggling. Saturday night, she had one of the guns and was saying that her only way
Speak
out.
up, Michael. I wish I could boost
She
this.
said the only way out was to basically stop, and I wouldn't.
Oh, I
leave her
can't
alone,
boost it anymore.
and I wouldn't leave her alone. And I kept trying to get the gun away from
I'm still learning being a YouTube creator and things, and I don't know how to boost the sound any higher than what it is. I reckon when they're interrogating or interviewing people is a kinder word to say. I wish they would put a microphone on them, and that because we can hear the 2 detectives well, but he's talking in such a soft baby voice, which to me he's just trying to get sympathy for, and it's not going to wash because he already admitted on the phone to the 911 people that he'd killed his wife and children and set on fire the house. He's a total dishbag. He really is.
her. And after about 2 hours, I got it away from her. But basically, if I called in to try to get her some help, they'd take her nursing license away. I didn't know what to do. Her best friend came over,
Excuse me.
and she ended up staying the night. And maybe that was Sunday night, because she was there all day Monday when we were working.
Can you all hear that ticking clock? That would be driving me crazy listening to that.
I've been watching. I've been afraid that she was going to hurt herself. And I hit the guns. And
Oh, I just thought.
I don't know.
Who's her best friend?
Her name's Heather.
She
Oh,
worked
what's
with
it
her
called?
or a high school friend? Or
They're friends from middle school.
There it is.
Detectives had expanded their circle and interviewed Tamara's closest friends, Heather and Gina. And through those conversations, a disturbing emotional pattern began to form.
Josh Armstrong. This is my sergeant, Paul Pitt.
Not appropriate.
Has your mother told you any details, or you looked on social media? Or...
Just that he shot him.
I love your mother too. Or that like
I haven't been. I saw one article that had nothing on it, and that was after I found out. Since then, I haven't been on social media or looked at anything.
This is going to be a hard conversation because I know y'all are best friends, but I just want to make sure that you do also know the facts as well as you give me the facts. he did.
Sorry, that's so rude of me.
All three of them, and he's been arrested. He's in jail. But there's things that he said when I spoke with him that made me want to speak.
Trying to drink plenty of ice water to keep me
And
awake.
From what I understand,
It's pretty much what I drink all
your
day is
mother, I
water.
talked to her a little bit last night, and it sounded like she actually knew a little bit of the information. I guess maybe you had been kind of keeping her in the loop on what was going on with them, and I guess they've been having some marital problems and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't sleep well. I've not been sleeping well for weeks,
I'm
so
just kind of let you talk and just about them, their family, you know, what's going on with them. You know,
I found out around October. She finally told me that they were having issues and that she'd been unhappy for years. But it wasn't
excuse me, I
until
just
last
got
year
checked my
that
phone.
she realized that she was at the point of no return. Like there
I had
was
these on.
no saving it. And the reason she hadn't left earlier is because she wanted to make sure that he would be mentally able to manage on his own when she wasn't there. That way he could still be a functioning dad to the kids, because he was always a great dad.
when you say mentally able, what does that mean?
Like, so that no self-harm.
Okay, so
She was more worried about him harming himself than anything.
did he have a history of that, or
No,
just the concern of her?
just the concern that she felt that would be something that he might do.
The relationship between Tamara and Michael wasn't normal by any stretch. Both struggled with self-harm, and together it was like two storms colliding.
So she was worried about his mental state. He's always been a good dad. Has there been any history of violence or anything? Violently?
Other than what, I don't know what he did while he was in the Marine Corps, because that's not something that he really ever talked about. I know she may have known some of it, but like violence at
I
home.
think this should be my last video today. Can't stay awake.
Anything that you know?
If I fall asleep, shout at me.
Would scare you or concern you, or this is just like complete.
Just when some of the things that she would tell me, like how he would.
This is why, where I've not been sleeping well for several months now, I've only been getting probably 3 hours max, and I seem to be waking up 4 o'clock, 3:30 every single day in pain, and it's starting to tell on me. And because I felt really tired earlier, I thought, right, come on YouTube, do some videos, keep me busy, keep me awake. But I'm starting to yawn, so after this video I'll be having a break and probably a nap in my chair. But if I fall asleep, shout at me.
We cornered her in the closet the other night and was going on for 4 hours about how they can fix their marriage and make it work. And
Cornered her in the closet.
Yeah, she did. She didn't say he touched her physically or anything. Just wouldn't let her get away from him to not have the conversation and give her the space.
Okay, so it's been an active argument about he wants to work the marriage out and she doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. When was this?
That was a Tuesday, I think.
When is the last time you saw her in person?
It was Wednesday.
This Wednesday?
This
What
past
happened
Wednesday. Everything seemed fine. I got there late Tuesday night, and he slept on the couch. Her and I slept in the master bedroom. And in the morning, all three of us even had like friendly conversation. We're joking about the cat lawyer memes, and doing that. It was a pretty normal morning. He made us coffee, and everything seemed stable. At least, like there was nothing that was telling me that there's a huge red flag.
Was there a specific reason that you went and stayed the night over there, or?
Because he had cornered her and wouldn't give her space, and I'm usually a good buffer. Okay. And it gave her the space she needed. And when I got there, you could tell she'd been crying all day. Her eyes were puffy.
But
It's
not nice.
Shut. They were so puffy.
Not nice.
If you need a third party to communicate in a relationship, or if you're begging for space and not getting any, that's something too close to hostage negotiation. Now on my Patreon, watch the interrogation of a father accused of killing his baby. The detective snaps and starts hitting him on camera. See the
What's
full
going
video
on?
at patreon.com.
Sorry, I didn't realise.
Stranger Stories Plus.
They had like a preview in it.
Tough conversations. You better sit down.
Okay.
You here by yourself?
My friend is in her room.
Let's see if this
It's like a little
is
apartment
the
here.
same
Yeah.
one.
Is this a hotel or an apartment or
Hotel. I guess it's both. They have some.
long-term stay stuff?
Yeah.
It's nice. Got your own bedroom, washer, dryer, kitchen. You can live here. My name's Josh Armstrong. Do you mind if we record this?
Yeah.
My name's Josh Armstrong. This is Kyle Peck.
Okay.
We're both with the police department. Have you talked with Heather? Since she talked to us?
no.
Okay. We didn't know anything about you until we spoke with Heather. It was like, man, we should have had her just come up here with you if y'all were together. But
Yeah.
so obviously, Tamara's been killed. I mean, there's no easy way to put that.
I'm like,
How long have you known Tamara?
2 months.
A few months.
Yeah.
Is this a new relationship between y'all? Or?
Yeah, I haven't actually met her in person.
Okay.
It's been on online type of thing.
How did y'all become acquainted with each other?
So, we're all part of, I don't know if you're familiar with Kick.
Heather told me a little bit about Kick, but I've never used it.
Okay, so it's like a social media type of chat thing, and there's a lot of like groups. So my friend added me to like it's a first responders, healthcare professionals type group thing where like cops, firefighters, nurses, like all of us kind of just like bitch and like say different things and just chat.
Oh yeah,
And she was in the group that I was added to, and that's how me and her met. And we started chatting, and we became kind of really good friends. And I was planning on coming here a few months ago, so I told her when I'm in the area, let's meet up. And she was down for that, and then that's how I met Heather too.
Gina, who's a nurse, had just been through the whole COVID chaos. After the vaccine rollout, she just wanted a breather and a short trip to meet her online friend Tamara. But instead of a peaceful vacation, she discovered that her friend is dead.
That helps us a lot, kind of understand the relationship and how y'all know each other and stuff like that. The specific reason why we wanted to come talk with you is because I guess Tamara, but y'all don't call her Tamara.
TJ, Mara.
TJ messaged you. Y'all messaged back and forth last time.
Yeah.
So that's why we specifically wanted to talk to you and see.
Yeah.
What do you know about TJ? Her marriage, her relationship.
Yeah.
Is there any insight that you can tell us that maybe?
Sure. Can I get my phone?
Absolutely.
So, okay. Do you want me to tell you what I know about her first, and then?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So, I mean, I don't even know it's online. Like, we get kind of personal in these groups just because we're all going through a lot right now as first responders and healthcare professionals. So we kind of use it as a venting tool. But we all kind of remain anonymous at the same time. So like we don't put our real names on this app or like any personal information. But because I've been talking to her so long, I felt comfortable kind of breaking that seal, I guess, per se, with her. And I've only done that with a couple of people from the shop. And so, we've talked a lot in the group, like every day almost. We have like a girls group with nurses that, she talked about guys, she talked about her marriage a few times. And then, she mentioned that she was just really very unhappy. It's been, because I'm also going through a divorce, so we kind of like connected over that. And she said, she didn't feel like she could leave yet, but she needs to.
Why don't the police ask to turn off that tumble dryer? Because that's just as annoying as that ticking clock in that room they were interviewing Michael. And these little things bug me. It really does. There's a whole lot of other things that bug me, but that's for another day.
She's miserable, unhappy. The kids, they've been together since they were 18, she said. But she said he's very controlling.
Try and get this camera sorted. That's a bit better. Because I keep fidgeting.
I think
this was a while ago. She did mention about him at some point getting physical, I want to say, but she didn't say exactly what, or like, but that's kind of what she insinuated. You know, and that's when I told her, like, you need to get this out. But, you know, it just seemed like she just couldn't leave, and that this was going on for like a long time. I mean, I don't even know anything else about her husband. Like, I don't even know his name, but from what she talks about him, she was just, you know, unhappy.
Tamara wasn't happy in her marriage, and there was a reason for that, a specific, painful one.
I think would be relevant.
Just him not giving her a break. She felt like she was being babysitted because he was always hovering, always around. She would go to the closet to do something, he'd be right there. If she went to the bedroom, he'd follow her to the bedroom, and
control in person then.
I guess the best way to equate it is it's like having a toddler follow you around to the bathroom. You can't even go pee out yourself. I know that because I have two small children, and they don't let me go to the bathroom alone. I'll shut the door.
My dog doesn't let me go to the bathroom by myself.
Yeah, just anything that gives you.
I am listening to this, but I'm also deleting from my email account.
Tamara had emotionally checked out, but Michael couldn't or wouldn't accept that reality. He interpreted her withdrawal as a challenge instead of a conclusion. And that denial or inability to release control is a very volatile affair that can easily become lethal.
Today's Friday. Okay. So last Sunday night, this still happened. Did you end up ever contacting anybody, or you just kind of let the friend kind of?
Let the friend. I've been talking to her. She was doing better throughout. She was talking to me, kind of opening up, and thought we were doing better. And she agreed that she'd do couples counseling with me.
Need to delete all these emails.
So
it's untidy.
She's been waffling on it back and forth for about a month. She agreed she'd go. Told me I might not like all her answers, but that she would go because I thought it was important. And so I was going to look into, and that was.
Okay. And so you said you hid the guns. Where'd you hide those at?
I had one of them was up in my office that I didn't use it this week, but I've been using it for a few months in the extra bedroom upstairs. And it was up there. And then the other one was, I had hid it in a bag. I was planning on putting them in my truck and trying to find a friend to take them to for a little while until it blew over. And I felt like she was better.
How many guns do y'all have?
2.
Are they both handguns or rifles? So handguns. Do you know what they are?
There's a Walther. It's a 22 and a 9mm
Springfield. I used to have a Springfield 9mm. I traded it for a Glock.
I never liked Glocks.
I didn't like them until I started carrying them. I learned to love them. So it was a transfer, but they're very, very simple to use and operate and take down and clean and interchange parts and all that stuff. So I switched everything over and got rid of my Springfield.
See, Michael might have been very intelligent, but emotionally he was blind. He didn't see that his wife had already moved on. And that push-pull between wanting to stay and wanting to leave destroyed everything in its path, including their kids.
Is there anything about Tamara that she had any issues? Was she ever violent with him? Did she ever? She never, was physically abusive to him that you know of or anything like that. Any kind of physical abuse or any kind of abuse at all that you know that would be stemming around the children? Were the children ever involved in anything?
Everything from the kids, and they hadn't even told the kids they were having issues. And she was ready to. They were supposed to sit down and tell the kids, but then his dad ended up in the ER, and they went to Colorado for a week, and so they didn't get to talk to the kids. And then it was just one thing after another, and they still hadn't had a chance to tell the kids that they were having issues. but any kind of violence or abuse, none that I am aware of.
The saddest part of this case is what happened to the kids, who had nothing to do with any of this and were dragged into their emotional storm. We don't even know much about them, but what we do know is they didn't deserve this ending.
No, his wife and his children and the animals
Is there-
didn't deserve it.
Has Tamara ever had any kind of anxiety, depression, things of that nature?
Other than everything going on with Mike the past month or so, yeah, it's been taking a toll on her mentally, because he was always around, and she never got time for herself, like just time to be alone, per se. And so I know that was causing her to be a little depressed,
Obviously.
but like a history of it, no.
I asked you if Mike had any history that you knew of suicidal thoughts and stuff like that. Did she have any kind of history of suicidal thoughts or
Not
actions?
till
What happened this past Tuesday?
when he wouldn't leave her alone, she wanted out.
What happened then?
She didn't do it. I came over and wouldn't let her, talk to her and told her, I was like, this is what you want to do. I was like, you have
Can
two
you give
reasons
me,
upstairs.
and I know it's hard, but can you tell me all of the details that you know about that specific event?
Just that he cornered her, and when she was texting me, it was the texts that were like, I think it's actual text. It was very vague and ambiguous, but when I was a teenager, I had thought about suicide too. And so just she said there's only one way out. She says she's going to end it for good. And she says it's the only way. She's like, and she kept saying, she's like, I'm sorry, it's the only way. I can't live like this. I want it to be over. It will be over soon. Only one step. He won't let me go. No, and then I told her I was coming over. She said, no, it's not safe to drive. And then I told her that I was coming. And she kept saying,
Poor woman,
she said, Heather,
to be
I'm
in that
okay. It will be
situation.
okay. It's the only way. And then I told her that I would told her I was coming over.
When y'all saw each other in person, when you got there, did she go into detail about the event at all? About any of that?
Just that he was going on and on, same thing about trying to make it work, that she needs to put the effort into making it work, and just things that, same conversations they've been having, is just a barrage of it.
Did he tell you anything that happened? Did he speak to you at all?
Not about anything that happened.
You got there, where was she at?
She was in the bedroom, in the bed.
Laying down?
She was sitting up.
Anything about her? Did she say how she was going to try to kill herself or anything, or was it just kind of vague text?
Just that he took the gun away. So I would assume.
That she had a gun?
Yeah.
Is that in one of the deals that you sent me in screenshot?
Mm-hmm. It was verbal conversation when I was there.
So she told you that she had a gun?
No, just that Mike took it.
Mike took it. Did that mean she actually had a gun in her hand and he took it out of her hand?
I don't know. I didn't ask specifically.
Okay. Anything about what Mike did with the gun?
I don't know.
Do you know
Just
how many
wind
guns
this
they have
on a
in the
little
house?
bit.
2? Do you know what they are? She killed herself or anything like that. I just have to ask certain questions of you because you were there for that event. And I want to make sure that we have the whole picture, so that the way criminal cases work, it's either a plea deal or it goes to trial. And if this ends up in a trial, then I want all of our ducks in a row. I don't want anything on the defense table that we don't know about previously.
Yeah.
And so don't think that we're trying to insinuate anything like that. We just want to make sure that we have all of our stuff lined out and we have it very accurate so that there's no surprises and we can do the absolute best job to get justice for her. Is there any details about that incident that she said about the gun, having the gun, going to use the gun, pointing the gun, anything at all other than Mike took the gun?
Other than just that he took it.
Okay.
Are we on the same topic here?
So she's actually texting you while she's in the closet?
No.
It says been begging.
Oh, yeah.
Been begging for 15 minutes to let me go, and you responded back, he won't let you go. He is.
Yeah.
No, saying that he's not willing to give up on the marriage.
Okay, this is not talking specifically about the closet, just talking
Right.
about the marriage. in
Yes,
general.
yes.
I was confused.
Detectives needed to confirm if Heather knew more. And the weirdest detail was that Tamara was hiding inside a closet just to get away from Michael. Not because he was threatening her physically, but because of the obsession. He kept repeating that Tamara was his soulmate, the love of his life. He just couldn't quit.
Well, I guess if
On
you've
one
been
hand, it's
met from
heartbreaking
like
when one
18 and
person moves
19,
on and
it
the
would
other
be like
can't.
a soulmate.
But on the other hand, it's terrifying. Because when someone refuses to let go, love becomes something a lot darker.
And the man's not the man you thought they were.
Has your wife ever had any suicidal stuff prior to this week?
A couple of years ago, she had thoughts of it. We worked through it. We worked through it.
Has she ever had any kind of a medical treatment for it or anything like that?
She just started opening up about when she was in middle school or high school. She went to counseling. Just recently told me that she was abused when she was a kid.
Okay.
And that's why she's been not wanting to go to therapy with me, because she doesn't like the experience.
Physical abuse or sexual abuse?
Sexual, from what she's told me.
Do you know who it was that done it to her, like a family or boyfriend?
I think it was friends of her dad and maybe her stepdad.
Oh.
She told me about one, including when she was living with her dad in Michigan. There was the neighbor. She was babysitting and woke up to him over her, and there was other ones that she didn't tell me about. But she told me that there was.
Oh, so it's like not just one thing, or not just one person, kind of multiple.
More than one. And so she's struggled with that before, and so like I said, we worked through it, and I've been trying to work through the issues that we've been having. I've never been great with sharing my emotions, and that's why I went to counseling, trying to be a better husband, a better dad. I've been able to reconnect with my kids a lot. Like, we have a lot more conversations, and my daughter opens up to me a lot more.
It's always a good effort trying to be better for someone, but self-improvement means nothing when the other person just needs space.
Exactly.
It's crucial in any relationship, especially one that's emotionally charged. Without it, even good intentions can feel like control.
So that was another thing she did tell me. Yeah, I mean, she did
Back
say.
to the tumble dryer.
I don't. This is just so long ago that I don't remember specifics, but I do remember her saying at some point she felt like a little intimidated by him, like insinuated that he might physically do something, and that's when I told her, like, you need to get out, this, that.
Has she ever had any events where she's had mental breakdowns or tried to harm herself or anything of that incidence where
She did not. I know Heather told me this morning about last week, but she never told me anything about wanting to harm herself or anyone else.
Was that before Heather come and spoke with us?
Yes, that was before. Yeah, I haven't spoken to her since she called me from her station. I just texted her the room number, but there were times where she told me she was crying, because she was upset. She got in a fight.
She's intimidated by him. That word intimidated says everything.
It does.
It's not necessarily the fear of violence. It can even be fear of presence, of unpredictability, and of someone who loves you in a way that suffocates.
Had she told you anything about like, were they trying to, or what were their plans? Were they trying to work it out? Were they going to split up? Were they trying to divide assets? What was their?
She said, she didn't say it. She said she's been trying for years. They were trying to work things out for years, and she just can't do it anymore. Like, exactly like that. She pretty much said, and that, she's just been trying to leave, sort of thing, but he like kind of guilt trips her. But that like she hasn't been in love with him for like at least a year.
Do you know a specific time frame where has she told him like, hey, the marriage is over, or is he still under the impression they were trying to work things out?
She made it sound like she told him multiple times that she's not happy, that she wants out. I guess last night when she texted me, she said I told him I'm done. I thought that meant I'm done with her because she was doing a lot of work yesterday because she was catching up since she lost power for a little bit. So I didn't really think anything of it. But Heather told me that she said no. She told him that she's done with the marriage because I guess she told Heather something similar, and she knows her better. So I was like, oh, I didn't realize that. She had texted me. So she wasn't sure if she would be able to come out tonight because of all the work she had to do. And then, I said, no problem. We ended up pushing the reservation out. So she said, she would come. She's like, I'm going to come, blah, blah, blah. I just got out of the shower. I might be late, but I'll be there.
Talking about last night?
Yeah. And then she said, I'll text you when I leave. I said, okay.
Whether Tamara explicitly said, it's over, doesn't even matter. The emotional reality was that the relationship was already dead.
Have you ever read the book 5 Love Languages?
I think I've heard of it. I think I found it on a website. I think I found a quiz for it, and then she and I actually took it a week or two ago.
Okay, so recent then. What was her love language? There's I'm trying to remember the 5 of them. There's
affirmation was
words of affirmation.
Yeah. Gifting wasn't high, but it was higher than mine.
Receiving gifts.
Yeah, the gift.
The one where you do things for, like you clean the house. Huh?
Act of service.
I feel like act of service and affirmation were her high.
Were her highest.
Were her high too.
And then of course the intimate side of it. That's most men, but.
We never really had a problem with that. In 17 years, we never really had a problem there.
Me and my wife had a friend of ours give us that book, and we read it, and it kind of puts things in perspective, like, because you're raised a certain way by your parents, and she's raised a certain way by her parents, and you kind of got to understand this is how this person thinks or perceives or whatever. So it really helped us because my wife's grandmother always bought her gifts. Like they never said I love you. They never they didn't come up and give you a hug. They just like their way of showing love was, hey, here's a birthday present, or here's a gift, or here's this. And so that's how she. And so, it kind of opened my eyes a little bit on, okay, let me see things from her perspective instead of mine.
Look into some books and workbooks and stuff with me. We had a friend who from high school, and she got divorced not long ago, and I asked her, what do you wish you did differently? And she said that she wished she would have done that. And she's on some of her church groups were not overly religious, but she was telling me, the church has a lot of resources. And
now, look at the detective here. This guy knows what he's doing. He's using
He
personal
certainly does.
stories as emotional bridges.
I
For
got
the
a new
first-time
chair
offender,
coming.
especially
I
those
did
tied to
dishes
family
today,
crimes,
didn't
like Michael, who's not a career criminal. Guilt is buried under emotion. And emotion is what you have to reach to get to the truth. And there's something really interesting about the setup here. The detective sits slightly angled, not facing Michael directly, possibly a nonverbal cue of, I'm not here to attack you. It is even effective in making Michael feel less watched and less cornered.
Michael's
Mike,
in the corner.
Can you just walk me through what you do remember from today? And that way we can kind of try to piece together why we're here today.
Don't remember nothing, sir.
we were working. I remember talking to one of my coworkers. Probably 4. I think I took a shower. I I came back down, the wife and I were talking about wanting to buy a new mattress. The one we have is too soft. It dips really bad in the middle. And I don't remember.
Is it normal for you not to remember your day?
No.
You feel
It
like
happened.
He's
It happened the other
lying.
night
He's putting it all on.
when her best friend came over.
It's,
I was still awake. It was.
that's the easiest thing to do in an interrogation or interview. Is saying, I can't remember. Sorry, can't remember. Can't remember anything I did. Oh, what? You asked me what I had for breakfast? No, sorry, I can't remember. It's the easiest word, 2 words to say, can't remember. So, and he thinks he's going to get away with using that.
I don't know what time it was.
You'd be surprised how many people suddenly forget everything once they're in an interrogation room.
Well said.
But statistically, amnesia as a legal defense works in less than 1% of violent crime cases. So if you're planning to go with the I don't remember strategy,
Well, I'll tell you something. I could get away with a perfect murder with all these true crime stories I've seen and all the interrogations. I think by now I could get away with murder because I wouldn't take my cell phone anywhere. I wouldn't leave no DNA anywhere. And do you know what the best murder weapon is? Have a guess. What would you think the best murder weapon would be? Have a think about it. I know what a best murder weapon would be. But over in the UK, we don't get many of them. But in America, you probably would. And Canada, where you get a lot of snow. That's a hint. What would you think the best murder weapon is? An icicle. You can get some really big icicles dripping from your house. And they are pretty sharp and they're pretty strong as well. So you could literally stab someone in the neck, and then if you wore gloves, obviously, because I don't know if they can pick up DNA from melted water, but literally you stab the icicle, get a really big one, as big as you can, find it, stab someone in the neck or straight through the heart. The ice pick will melt. There's no weapon found when it comes to the police looking for a weapon. They can see a puncture hole. They can see where it's done, something's entered the body, but there's no murder weapon. Pretty cool, that one. Give you that one for free.
you can also go ahead and forget about winning.
They had passed out in the bed, and I didn't want to intrude.
Oh, you're so kind.
I set up the couch. Before I lay down on the couch, passed out.
Yeah, right.
And my wife actually came out to just check on me, and she found me on the floor.
What happened?
I don't know. I passed out. I don't know. I was tired. I remember standing there thinking, okay, get on the couch. And then I woke up on my back in the middle of the floor.
You said a minute ago you had them scratches on your back. You said you had how many dogs?
3.
3 dogs?
And one
What kind of
cat.
dogs are they?
2 pugs and a bulldog.
2 pugs and a bulldog?
That's a
They all stay
strange
inside?
thing.
The pain? It's a lot of dogs in one house.
And depending what type of bulldog it is, if it's just the short English bulldogs, how he would have got scratched on his back, I don't know. But if he's got an old English bulldog, they can weigh anything up to like 46 kilos, like my friend's got. And when he jumps up at you, his feet are on your shoulders. No kidding. And but he tries to be a lap dog as well. So it depends what type of dogs he's got, how he managed to get the scratches, unless it was from where he was laying on the sofa and the dogs jumped up on him and scratched him that way. So I don't know.
Obviously, I can't tell you all the details about the case.
I understand.
But if you do have specific questions, if I can't answer them, I'll just tell you I can't answer them. But I'll answer everything that I can. If there's anything that I can answer for you,
I don't know if I'm ready yet.
then that's perfectly fine. And questions like that
You
you're
need
probably
it to
talking about, I
sink
probably wouldn't
in.
answer anyways. Not at this point.
I do have 3 dogs and a cat.
So the house was set on fire.
I did read that. It didn't say anything about the extent of it.
You can
The
hear
house,
Also,
the
her voice.
one room in the house burnt pretty good, and there was a lot of smoke. I believe that the smoke killed all the animals. I can tell you that the 3 dogs and the cat we found them,
Okay.
and they were deceased.
Oh,
But
poor
there's
animals.
additional ones. So
She's
Yeah, that
heartbroken
was
by
it.
it.
I believe 2 pugs,
2 pugs,
Okay.
English
or
bulldog,
bulldog.
Yep.
and
So
a cat.
an English bulldog's not a tall dog.
Even the family pets weren't spared. By the time the animals were found dead, the relationship had been lifeless for months. Tamara had asked him to focus on himself, but instead of self-reflection, he chose self-destruction and took everyone down with him.
I'm sorry, I'm having trouble focusing.
Why do you think you're having trouble focusing, or why do you think you can't remember stuff from today?
It's not, you asked me natural remembering stuff, and it's not that I do all the time. I do sometimes. I had a really bad concussion in high school, and so my short-term to long-term memory isn't always there. That's one of the areas that pissed my wife off, was that we'd talk and I wouldn't necessarily remember it an hour later, and I'd want to reiterate go over the conversation.
He's a smart lad.
I
And
just want you to
for him to
kind of
say
think real
that is
hard and
stupid.
try to go chronological throughout your day today, from the time you woke up and what happened, what you did, what you ate, what you did for breakfast, and what you did for lunch, and what you did for work, and just kind of see if maybe you can piece together, what happened today and why we can't remember it. Do you remember what you ate for breakfast?
I didn't.
No breakfast at all?
Toast about 11.
So you can't remember breakfast.
Did you eat anything for lunch, or was that your lunch, the toast?
I don't remember.
Did you eat anything for dinner tonight?
I don't think so. I don't know.
He remembers everything except the actual crime.
Exactly.
Every detail, except the one that matters. You can't forget murder and remember breakfast. And that's exactly what's going to drown his defense. Because memory loss isn't believable when it's selectively convenient.
Does he have any medical conditions or anything that you know about?
Not that I know of.
Anything that was physical, mental?
He may have PTSD from the military, maybe?
What would make you think that?
I don't. Long time. I know he's lost friends out there, and I think he was in Afghanistan for a little bit. It's been a long, long, long time since I've thought about his military career.
Okay. Does he have any kind of mental problems? Like, is he smart, intellectual?
Yeah, he's very smart.
Very smart. Has he ever had any problems remembering things?
That's why he can get
Any
away with
problems
murder.
not recalling events, or
Not that I'm aware of.
no mental lapses, no hospital stays due to depression or
No.
stuff like that?
No. I'm aware of, and I've been around. He's been around since I was 17.
Since you were 17?
Mhm.
And how old are you now?
34.
No, I'm not supposed to ask that.
I'll be 35 this year.
Well, I wouldn't guess it.
Has y'all ever had a conversation and 5 seconds later you're having the same conversation because you didn't remember you just had it?
Not with me particularly.
Okay, when you say that?
Just how he would go on and on. Like, she would tell him, and he just would pretty much ignore it and just keep going.
Okay.
When it was talking with her. When with other regular conversations that we've all been around, he's never had any issues remembering. sometimes he'll remember stuff, and I'm like, oh, I could be remember.
Okay.
I need to talk to somebody. I can't remember, and I don't know what to do.
Do you remember the police coming to your house this evening?
I remember being on the sidewalk on my face.
Okay. Mike, look at me. Yeah, look at me, brother. I'm going to be honest with you. Can you be honest with me? You called 911 tonight,
No, I didn't, sir.
and you told the dispatcher that you wanted to kill yourself.
No, sir.
Do you know why you would tell them that you wanted to kill yourself?
Because you just killed your wife and your 2 children and your
In
animals.
the last 10 years, there's been 3 times that I've wanted to kill myself. If I said that tonight, if you want me to be honest with you.
Of course, he wants you to be honest with
In
him.
the last 10 years, you've wanted to kill yourself 3 different times?
There's 3 moments.
3 moments?
I never did it.
What are those 3 moments?
No, because you're a chicken.
One of them I got before I went back to school. I got screwed over by my boss. Everything had been going really good. And I
And you fucked up,
see
mate.
it coming. I didn't protect myself. And I failed my wife. I failed the kids. And we're in a really bad place as far as financials go. And I wasn't doing well coping with it. It was a hit to me. And there had been rumors that my wife had slept with a coworker. She told me it wasn't true, but it was just another piece.
Something else to add some stress.
Now, there were rumors that Tamara might have been getting close to a coworker. We don't know if it was an actual affair, but what we do know is this.
I don't know how much Heather told you about the kind of online thing she had going on with Dan, who's, I also was friends with from the app as well. We kind of were all in the same group. So I don't recall any of the stories than that.
Any specific events about violence, him being physically abusive or harmful to her, or her being physically abusive or harmful to him, or anything like that?
I do remember her saying once that she was crying all day because they were fighting, I guess. Oh, I do remember something actually. The husband left the iPad in her room one night and heard her on the phone with Dan. Like, I guess heard the, recorded the whole conversation without her knowing. And then she found out afterwards when he had to sleep over. And he said he could only listen to like the first a minute or 2, and then he had to shut it off.
How long ago was this?
Maybe a month. No, maybe more than a month, like 2 months ago. Something like that. And then she had that thing going on with Dan, which was like really intense, even though they never met. Like, it seemed like they were really, really close.
When you say intense, the intense in the aspect of,
like, she told me she was like in love with him. She wanted to be with him like one day, but then at the same time she knew it was not realistic. They were just really, really close. Like, she made it sound like they were in love, type of thing.
did Dan know all of her stuff too, like with the husband and the problems and stuff like that, or did she keep that stuff away from him?
Yeah, I think she definitely said it. So he sent me, because I had to break the news to him this morning. He lives in Costa Rica, and I guess he's on like his mountain house where the Wi-Fi is not good, so we couldn't talk on the phone. So we been texting. He sent me screenshots of the last conversation, them talking, which was like a minute before me and her texting last. And it sounded like she was talking about him, the husband. Just got out of the shower. He said, "Ooh, fun." Then she said, "I told Mike," which I'm assuming that's her husband, "I'm done. I'm staying with Gina tonight." She asked if she could stay over. He goes, "Oh, what happened?" She said, "I can't do this anymore. My mental health can't handle him coming." And then I got cut off. It says A. I don't know. And then, did he do something? He did. And that's all him trying to message her.
Could that have been what triggered him? The idea that she'd moved on while he was still holding on? That is a realistic possibility.
When you said that
I'm just going to get a jumper, guys, because
she wanted him to
I'm
fix
feeling a
himself
bit
first,
chilly
work on
now, so
himself
I'll be
first.
right back.
What does she mean by that?
Their communication was lacking. He didn't express his emotions well.
Okay.
And kind of just needed to, he kicked her, like emotionally kicked her out and wasn't letting her back in. And he needed to focus on that.
Okay. As far as you know, was there anything, do you know, I'm not trying to talk ill about your friend. I just I gotta ask,
Yeah.
is there she cheating on me, seeing anybody else?
He knew it was a online affair per se, because he lives in Costa Rica. She knew it was nothing that would ever physically happen.
Okay. But he knew that she was having this online affair with this
Since
guy?
October. He knew. He found out before I did.
So he found out October of 2020?
This past October.
When did it when was it ended?
No, she told him that she wasn't ending it
Oh.
a while ago.
So she was still currently talking to someone.
In Costa
And
Rica.
And he knew.
And he knew.
How did he find out?
She said his name in her sleep.
She said, okay. And then I guess he just confronted her about it, or
He asked her who that was, and she wasn't going to lie to him, so she told him.
I'm guessing you have no idea how to get in contact with this old boy in Costa Rica.
What do you need to
Back
know?
again, guys.
Well, hell yeah.
I was getting cold.
What's his name?
His name's Dan.
Dan?
Last name I don't have.
do you know how they communicated?
They primarily did it on Kik and Snapchat.
Dan. You know, is
No,
there a
that's-
phone number to
I don't
reach
have
him?
a phone number. I can reach him on Snapchat, and that's about it.
Do you have him on your Snapchat?
I do.
Will you go to his profile and screenshot his username?
It means I'm gonna have to open the Snap, and I don't want to open it because he was worried about her, and I'm sure he already knows.
Do you want us to open it?
No, it only says he's so worried. Okay.
But if he already knew about it, does the motive still hold? That's the question detectives needed answered. If you're into clean designs with a criminal twist, you want to check out what's live right now on Straight.
Try and skip this for you. Where are we?
I know I have the pictures when I see them, or like something like that.
I don't like
Like he already
adverts.
knew about it, so she made it sound like they had like kind of an open marriage type thing at some point. I'm not really sure if that was still the case now, but or how long ago that was. But that was the story she did mention about him. Other than that he was controlling, because I had a recent experience with someone controlling, so that's when she kind of opened up about her marriage a little bit. That he was really controlling and this and that, and always wants to be with her. Makes her feel guilty when she wants to do things for herself, that type of thing.
Any reason to believe this dude's lying about who he is, or sketchy about him?
No,
Oh.
I don't think so. His name is actually Jose.
Jose.
Yeah, which he told me he didn't share with Mora. I don't know why. I guess he was embarrassed because he wanted to sound like more white, he said. So he changed his name to Dan.
When did he tell you this?
Like a month ago, maybe. 'Cause-
Have you?
no, I didn't because I didn't feel like it was my place.
So his name is really Jose.
Yeah.
Jose was like Dan. I'll forget that. Was there? I know this may seem silly, but I'm just trying to get a
Yeah,
clear
whatever
picture.
you need.
Was there a sexual relationship between the two of them? Like were they
Yes.
phone sexting and sending pictures
Yes.
and sex talk and all that stuff?
Yes.
Trying to get rid of my jumper on the back
did-
of there as well.
And you may not know the answer to this question because you and Mara have not met in person or whatever. But did Mara's husband know that side of it?
Yes, from what I'm aware.
That there was a sexual side of it?
Yeah.
Did she just tell you that her husband knew about that? Or
She said that he knew everything.
So what do you call him, Jose or Dan?
Jose.
I was going to get confusing if she showed up to dinner last night and you said Jose and she said Dan.
Yeah, I know. I mentioned that. I said, if I slipped by accident, sorry, but I mean, I felt kind of weird, to be honest, that she didn't know his real name, but
yeah, especially if it's this. I mean,
This involved.
yeah,
involved intimacy kind of thing.
he was really weird even about telling me, but I'm the type of person, like, if I'm going to give you my Snapchat name or something, like, I need to know your real name. And I knew his real name wasn't Dan. Like, he was born in Costa Rica. I insisted. I said, you have to tell me your real name. And then he finally, told me. Like, it took him a little bit. And he was very, uncomfortable about it.
Is Dan just a friend to you and Heather, or is he a lot more flirty and stuff like that with y'all too?
I mean, he's flirty, but me and him are friends.
Anything ever cross the line past friends?
No. I mean, he tried to, a while ago, but I was with someone and, I just turned him down. But,
A while ago, like while he was involved with.
This was before they were kind of seriously talking. I didn't even know about her. This was when I was here in Dallas. I met someone that I ended up being with. Was when he messaged me, kind of flirting and this and that. And that's when I told him, and sorry, I'm trying to figure out my train of thought. And then he said, I'd rather have you as a friend than nothing. That sort of thing.
The reason I'm asking is, does Jose only have Mara in this online relationship thing, or is Jose got multiple women the same way?
Someone's got a weird
That makes sense.
ringtone.
Yeah, no. I'm trying to say this. Before he did have a lot of different type of online relationships. I guess because of COVID, he was having difficulty dating or whatever, so he kind of just wanted to stick to the online thing. And he did have a bunch of women he was talking to, but then at some point decided that they wanted to be serious, I guess, and that's when he kind of cut everyone else off.
Okay. So you feel like he was solely focused on Mara?
Yeah, because even in the groups that we were in, everyone knew that they were kind of an item. He was very open about it in the groups with other people.
If you'll send those emails real quick,
Yeah.
I'll make sure they come through.
So they needed to check the other man, Dan. They had to, because in investigations like this, nothing can be assumed. Because if there was any chance someone else was involved, they had to rule it out before drawing conclusions.
Why were you wanting to hurt yourself today?
I don't know.
And want to help you, Mike, but you've got to remember.
I've been trying since
No, you've not been trying, Michael.
to draw my memory, walk through my day. That's what I was doing the whole time I was in the back of that car.
It really annoys me, this stuff. And remember, my opinions are my opinions. Don't take what I say for granted.
It's happening.
I hope I don't offend anybody with my opinions or my snarkiness. And it just sometimes people wind you up, and he winds me up. Tick tock, tick tock, tick.
Do you remember any?
I would have asked them to take that clock out of the bloody room.
You know, did your wife work from home today too, or she go
She
into?
always does.
Huh?
She works remote.
Did she?
Yeah, it's permanent remote for her
Did she do that today?
every day.
What are her off days?
Saturday and Sunday.
So she worked today then. And
Yes.
today's Friday. Do y'all work in the same room or separate rooms?
This week we worked in the same room, just trying to save electricity and heat and everything with what's been going on with the weather and stuff. And so we were trying to condense where we were so we didn't have to heat as much and use as much electricity. So I sat in the chair and she was on the bed. And we were being pretty playful and bantering. I remember that. We were sending her some playful texts.
Sending her text like while you're in the same room together, or
Yes, we've always done that.
yeah, just kind of.
Just be careful,
Keeping
Michael. They
things
will take
fun.
your phone.
Well, she's, in a meeting. They can't
They'll get a warrant for it.
things and stuff. So
So does she see patients? Like, is she like FaceTiming patients, or
they contract a pharmaceutical company.
okay? Well, I think we're getting a little bit further because you remember sending text messages to your wife today. So,
That was earlier.
about what time you think that was?
So he can remember the stuff earlier,
Yeah.
but he can't remember the stuff later.
Michael thought he was too smart. He thought he could outsmart these cops and get away with it somehow. But what kind of genius thinks killing everyone is a solution?
It's not.
I'm in over
Killing
my head.
nobody
I'll
is
talk
a
to a lawyer,
solution.
One more time,
Divorce
sir.
is
please. I'll
easier.
talk to a lawyer because I'm in so far over my head. I don't know what's happening.
Okay. That's perfectly your right to do so. So we can get you an attorney and then speak with you after you have an attorney.
Where's my rascal?
Getting confused
Okay.
by your questions. I'm sorry.
You're perfectly fine. You are going to be under arrest, okay? And you're going to be taken over to the Collin County Jail.
I'm under arrest.
You're going to be under arrest for capital murder. Capital murder.
Ah, there you go.
This is the most overdramatic realization I have ever seen. Especially bizarre since Michael himself called 911, admitting he shot his wife. So his "did I do it" moments kind of rings hollow.
You caught me a minute ago whenever I used past tense instead of present tense.
Oh, no. Slow down. All right.
What did you think? Killing your wife, 2 kids, 3 dogs, 1 cat wouldn't land you a jail sentence?
Here's what I need you to do, Michael, okay?
Stupid.
I need you to stand up and turn around and face that wall for me,
So
okay?
they can handcuff you. The 2 dogs are handcuffed.
Sit up, boy.
Now he's about to throw a performance that'll give you secondhand
Oh,
embarrassment.
come on then. That's right. Stand in the naughty
This
corner.
is the fakest nervous breakdown you'll ever witness.
No, please.
Mike, don't fall down on me. If you're going to get like that, sit down in the chair.
It's not true. Please tell me it's not true. Please.
Are you talking to me or yourself?
Please tell me it's not true.
Your daughter is deceased.
No!
He won't do that
Oh,
a
never.
second time, will he? But that hurt him. Good.
Yeah, come on.
In November 2022, he pleaded guilty to capital murder for killing his wife, Tamara Jo Paton, and their children, Kendall and Evan. On December 1st, 2022, he was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole.
He should have got death
Thanks again for
sentence.
watching.
Right. Thank you, everyone, for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you can like and subscribe, I would really appreciate that as well. It helps me to get into the YouTube's algorithms, and the more subscribers I get and the more shares I get and the more comments I get, which YouTube tell you to do on your journey. They tell you to get subscribers and things. So the more subscribers and things I can get, the broader audience YouTube will spread my videos out to, and it really would help me. So if you're clicking that like button now, I thank you in advance, because obviously who clicks it, I can't see who's clicked it. So I can't personally reply to you and say thank you for hitting that like button. So if you like the content, you don't necessarily have to like me, because I know not everybody loves me. Sorry, being vain there. But seriously, if you like the video and you like the content of it, and if you like me trying to, with the missing children I've done, giving a voice to the voiceless, it helps me a long way. And if you want to email me any cases that you want me to cover, my email's at the bottom there. So you can just send me an email with the case details and I'll do some research into it. If you want to buy me a coffee as well, it's go onto the website, buymeacoffee.com, and then put Cafe P in it, and it'll take you where you can buy me a coffee or 2 coffees or whatever you want to buy me. It will help me, because I say buy me a coffee. I drink water nearly all day long. Oops, it stripped on my paperwork. I drink ice water all day long. I probably have 2 or 3 coffees. Now and again, I'll have energy drinks. So it'll all go towards that, or research towards any paperwork I need to obtain from people. So once again, thanks a lot for watching. I really do appreciate you all, and see you for the next time. I am now off to have some rest.